Let's begin the conversation. More cracks are appearing in the camp of opposition politics in Nigeria over defections. Now, mass defections are tilting the balance of power in favor of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in the National Assembly. In the Senate, the APC now boasts of 68 senators, while in the House of Representatives, its strength has climbed to 207 members. However, in what appears to be a calculated counter-offensive, opposition heavyweights such as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi and Nasiru El-Rufai are in the final stages of unveiling a new political platform with a formal announcement expected before the 30th of June. According to them, the coalition is to challenge President Bola Tinubu and the ruling APC in the 2027 elections. Okay, BKO, two stories in one. More senators defecting to the ruling APC. I mean, talk to me. What is the implication of this, for the opposition in the National Assembly?
There are implications for both the opposition and the ruling party. For the ruling party, it makes it easier for it to achieve unanimity when critical issues are brought to the National Assembly. Sometimes you need a simple majority, sometimes you need a two-thirds majority.
Okay.
So if you have two-thirds majority, then it becomes easier for you to convince lawmakers, to agree to maybe some initiatives brought by the president through the Senate president. It works like that in both chambers. For example, look at the the matter of a declaration of a state of emergency. Ordinarily, it should have been difficult, if not impossible, for the president to get the National Assembly to support him, because there is no clear provision of the Constitution permitting the president to take the specific steps that he took. But the president took that decision, and Akpabio and the Speaker, Abbas, were able to get their colleagues to agree that it was a necessary decision to take. And what they needed was a voice vote. People have argued that it shouldn't have been a voice vote. It's a needless, meaningless argument, because even when there's a voice vote, we should be able to hear someone say
exactly
nay.
The nay.
Yes.
Defined.
So people, nobody said nay, and governors in our country are going to court to say
to challenge
that PDP governors are saying they shouldn't have used a voice vote. So if they use the voice vote, the important thing is that there was unanimity.
Okay.
There was unanimity. And it was very clear to everyone that nobody got up to say, no, sir, you can't do this. All of the people following Fubara all over the place, going from TV station to TV station to turn the Constitution on its head, they didn't muster the courage to say nay. We waited to hear them say nay.
I was surprised. I was actually waiting for that.
Yes. It's not about wearing red caps all over the place. It's about doing what is right. You wear red caps all over the place, professing your love for an individual. And when it was time to stand up for him, you couldn't stand up to be counted. There are many things that Nigerians take for granted. But some of us will not take such things for granted. It's there. History will record that this was how it went. And we won't allow people like Aliu Ndume to come and lie about what transpired in the past. Our 22 governors. Did you see what the cable? The cable did a report. Yeah,
a detailed report.
Yes, to show that Aliu Ndume lied. A senator of the Federal Republic openly lying on TV. Do you know how many people he has misled? By that, 22 people. Where would Jonathan, as early as 2013, his party was divided right down the middle. Governors walking out on him, governors joining the opposition party at the time. You know, so where will he have found 22? I mean, let us, sometimes these issues, we treat them dismissively. But it says a lot. It says a lot. If a former teacher, a former lecturer openly lie on TV, and we just want to hush it up. No, some of us won't allow that to talk happen.
About
I talked about it here. I know that was not true. And I'm happy that my friend and colleague, Ruben Abati, also came out to say, no, this was a lie. Now, Kebu has also said this was a lie. So the number of Nigerians misled by Alion Dume will have reduced. Because they can see clearly now that he lied. That is 24-karat falsehood.
All right, back to the conversation. I mean, considering the reasons these lawmakers, gave for their defection, crossing over to the ruling party, in your opinion, are they justified?
Well, there are two things that cut across what they've said for crossing over. One, division in their parties. When you look at the two, or let's say the three parties that have lawmakers in the National Assembly, leaving out the APC now, you are talking about the PDP, you are talking about the Labour Party, you are talking about the All Nigeria People's Party. There is none of them in which you don't have a crisis. None. If you go by the record of the Independent National Electoral Commission, they've had to change the names of some key members of the National Executive Committee with them. Look at the PDP, Anyanwu.
They said the secretaryship.
Udo Okoye. That has been there. In Labour Party, we have the former minister and Julius Aburi. ANPP, I can't even recall how many times they've removed Kwakwanso.
The NNPP.
Sorry, NNPP. ANPP is gone now. You know, New Nigerian People's Party. I can't remember how many times they've removed him as a national leader and how many times they've removed their national chairman. So it's there that there is a problem. So they can ride on that to say, we are done with this party. The second point, which they've made, is the fact that they want to go into APC to support President Bola Tinubu. Is their right.
Is their right?
Yeah, to decide who to support. Everybody has an opinion about what the government is doing. Even look at those who are in their own parties now. Look at somebody like Governor Alex Otti. He still said it some days back. I've known Tinubu for so many years, even before we went into politics. And there is no way you won't tell me not to support him. I'm in Labour Party. But I love this man. He was very clear about it. Before Governor Omoeno moved in Akwa Ibom, he was always repeating it, saying the same thing. And you can't fault me for my own opinion or where I decide to stand. Okay. You can decide to stand where you want to be. I may not agree with you, but it is your right to be who you want to be. So if they have given those two reasons, then I can't find a reason to fault them.
A reason to fault them.